welcome. Today I want to talk about problems and perspectives. So, everybody in life has problems. Problems is a very big part of life, also a big part of business. And it's funny that no one really thinks about what a problem is, because you are solving problems all day. So what really is a problem? A problem, I would say, is a thing. Like, a lot of people think that it is a thing that happens. It is a certain situation. So, for example, I don't really feel good today, or I cannot get girls, for example, or I'm not happy, I am depressed. These are all things that happen. And the mind says these are problems. So you label it as a problem, and then it is a problem. But what if I would say that this is not the problem itself? The thing that happens is just the thing that happens. So, for example, you cannot get girls. Well, that is just a thing. That is just something. Or I don't feel good. That is just what it is. It is the story that is attached to the thing that happens that creates the problem. Or rather, that creates a perspective that looks at the reality and through the perspective that this is a problem. So, if you still follow me, for example, you really don't feel good today. So you feel a bit anxious, or you feel a bit down today. Then if you feel this way, and you just feel this way, it is just what it is. This is not a problem itself. But if your mind labels feeling this way as something negative, as a problem, so, I don't feel good, and I've not been feeling good the last couple of weeks, and I never feel energized, and I always feel like this, and it is always me, and everyone is happy, and I'm not happy. These are all stories that are attached to the thing that happens. And these stories create a perspective on the thing that happens, which create a problem. So not feeling good is not a problem in itself. If you tell yourself that, you are a victim in this story, and this not feeling good is a problem that happens to you, that is the problem. So your perspective creates the problem. So you could say, if your perspective creates the problem, you could say your perspective is the problem. So it's a funny way to look at life, that not reality has problems in it, or things are not problems. Your perspective, your stories about the things that happen, creates the problem. Or you could say, if it creates the problem, it is the problem itself. So most of the time there are no problems. Actually, if you wouldn't have thoughts or stories, there wouldn't be problems at all. If you would look at a bird in the tree who's sitting there, do you think it has a problem? Do you think a cow who is standing there really has a problem? No, because they don't have a perspective about life. They just are one with life itself. And you can be one with life itself as well. And lose this perspective, or at least create a positive perspective about life. So, if your perspective is the problem, how do you solve the problem? Well, the solution is not fixing the problem itself, but rising above this level of thinking where there is no problem at all. So, how do you rise above this level of thinking? So I want to give you an example on how this looks. So you look at the world, it's sort of like a pyramid. So it's a pyramid like this. Like this. It's a pyramid. And you could say you are, and on the lower level there is a maze. And this maze is on the base level of the pyramid. And your mind is this maze. So you're in this maze, and the walls of the maze is your perspective, is your problem. So you are walking through this maze, and you cannot get out because there's no exit to this maze. So you're walking around this maze in circles your whole life. So you're trying to fix a problem inside of this perspective. Well, the perspective itself is the problem. So this is a loophole you are stuck into, and the only way you can fix this is rise above this level of thinking. So suddenly you get elevated out of the base level of the pyramid and you get one level above. So you can look from the top at this pyramid and see this maze and see the problem for what it is. It was just a perspective all this time. It wasn't a problem. So then you can see, you can rise above this level of thinking, come into a new state of being, a new frequency, and look at your problem this way. And then you see it's a perspective. So you have to rise above this perspective. You understand that. So you have to go a layer above the pyramid, and you could say this is a rise in frequency or a higher state of consciousness you have to get in. So your perspective are stories. Those are just, they consist of thoughts. So if your perspective consists of thoughts, you can change the way you think. But a lot of people think they can change the way they think by resisting the way they currently think. But I think that's not the way it works. I would say if you have a lot of negative thoughts in your mind about problems you have, you cannot just think positively. It doesn't work that simple. A lot of people that think like, oh, if you have negative thoughts, if you're depressed, just think positively. No, it's not how it works. I've been through it. It's not how it works. You have to quiet your mind first. Or you just have to quiet your mind, because the perspective consists of thoughts. If you quiet your thoughts, you quiet the perspective fades away and you can look from a higher level of thinking. You can have the quiet in your mind to really see the life for what it is. So what I would do, what I'm doing right now as well, I've been in a negative thought pattern the last couple of weeks and I really noticed that. So I was like, what I do in this situation is I go into nature. So right now I'm here in my caravan with my girlfriend in nature here. Very beautiful, next to a lake. What I do is I think the mornings in nature are super important. So you go into the caravan or you go into nature. This is like a heart detox. You go in there for a couple of days, no phone, no information, and just the mornings in nature, meditating, go deep into yourself, really questioning yourself, like why do I think like this? Question reality, question your problems, really feel into yourself if there maybe are some negative feelings you are resisting against. Try to meditate in the morning, try to stretch, try to really get into your body. There's a beautiful lake here where you can swim. Just ask questions, go deep into yourself and let go of these negative thoughts and really, maybe it sounds a bit weird, but really love yourself. Really be kind towards yourself and really let these feelings, let these thoughts, let these perspectives, let these problems be there and just love it. Just be one with it. Don't have resistance towards this, because if you have resistance towards a problem or if you have resistance towards a way of thinking, it really keeps the thing that you are resisting against alive. If you really become one with it and you really love it, you really quiet down, calm down with it, this will dissolve it. This will dissolve it and you can rise above it, because you first have to accept this to really rise above this, because if you keep resisting it, it stays alive and it doesn't work. So if you're not able to go into nature for a couple of days and put out your phone, just try to have a low information diet. No information is the best. Maybe some books are nice. Be in nature in the morning as much as possible. So I would recommend get out of bed, go into nature, just have a walk on the beach or in the woods and just meditate there in the nature, stretch over there. Try to swim maybe in the sea or in the lake or something like that, or take a cold shower and really have a coffee or have a tea. If you don't drink coffee, I would recommend drinking some coffee and just relax. Just breathe. Also a very big one. Breathe through it. love it, be kind to yourself, and don't push yourself too hard. And just see what happens. I think a new vibration will open up. A new world will open up for you, and you can see that this problem you were struggling with wasn't a problem at all, and it is there to help you elevate your level of consciousness, elevate your level of thinking. So this was it. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button. No, I'm joking. Now, if you enjoyed this, maybe I'm going to be uploading some more videos, and you can check it out. Enjoy.